Good morning, ma'am. We from Group 7 want to present about epic poem. So, this is our member. Kevina Magdalena, Dorothy Angelica Tansala, and Irvin Christian. What is epic poem? An epic poem is a lengthy narrative work of poetry. The long poem typically retell extraordinary feats and adventure of character from a distant past. The word epic comes from the ancient Greek term epos, which means story, word, poem. What is the social function of epic poem? Epic poem was the Bible for the Greek. It was their glorious past. It provided moral example for them to follow in life and work. It also gave them a sense of cohesion as well. Generic structure of epic poem. Epic poem generic structure is unlike narrative text generic structure. It consists of 4 parts. Number 1 is orientation. Orientation, or commonly referred to as the introduction, contains about who, when, where a story is set. Number 2 is complication. Complication tells the beginning of the problem that causes the peak of the problem, or what is commonly called the climax. This section usually involves the main characters of the story. Number 3 is resolution. This part is the end of the story or a solution to the problem that occurs. Problem can be solved or better or worse, which will make the story have a happy ending or vice versa. Number 4 is reorientation. This part is the conclusion of an optional story. The orientation can contain moral lesson, suggestion, or teaching from the author. Language feature of epic poem. Number 1 is written in a formal style. Number 2, content third person narration and omniscient narrator. Number 3, frequently invokes the muse who provides inspiration and guidance to the poet. Number 4, take place in an era beyond the range of any living memory. Number 5, typically includes a journey across a variety of settings and terrains. Number 6, feature a hero with immense bravery and resolve. Number 7, includes obstacles and circumstances that are otherworldly and even supernatural, pitting the hero against nearly insurmountable odds. Number 8, look with concern to the future of a civilization or culture.
Okay, so this is our epic poem, Beowulf. Hrothgar, king of Danes, or Scyldings, built a great milt hall or palace, in which he hopes to feast his liegemen and to give them presents. The joy of king and returnant ceased. However, of short duration, Grendel, the monster is seized with hateful jealousy. He cannot brook the sounds of joyance that reach him down in his pen dwelling near the hall. of an anon, he goes to the joyous building, bent on directly mischief. Tain after Tain is ruthlessly carried off and devoured. While no one is found strong enough and bold enough to cope the monster, for 12 years he prostitutes Hrothgar and his vassals over sea. A day voyage off, Beowulf of Geats, nephew of Hygelac, king of Geats, hears the grandeur's doing and of Hrothgar's misery. He resolved to crush the fell monster and relieve the aged king. With 14 chosen companions, he set sail for Daneland. Reaching that country, he soon persuades Hrothgar of his ability to help him. The hours that elapse before night are spent in beer drinking and conversation. When Hrothgar's bedtime is come, he leaves the hall in charge of Beowulf, telling him that never before has to give in another absolute worship of his palace. All retire to rest, Beowulf, as it were, sleeping upon his harm. Grendel comes, the great March Steeper, bearing God anger. He seizes and kills one of the sleeping warriors. Then he offends to Beowulf. A fierce and desperate hand-to-hand struggle ensues. No arms are used, both combatants trusting to strength and hand grip. Beowulf tears Grendel's shoulders from its socket, and the monster retreats to his den. Howling and yelling with agony and fury, the wound is fatal. The next morning, at early dawn, warriors in number flock to the hall he wrote. To hear the news, joy is boundless, glee runs high. Hrothgar and his returners are lavish of gratitude and of gifts. Grendel's mother, however, comes to the next night to avenge his death. He is furious and raging. While Beowulf is sleeping in a room somewhat apart from the quarters of the other warriors, she sees one of Hrothgar's favorite counselors, and carries him off and devours him. Beowulf is called, determined to leave the hero entirely purified. He arms himself and goes down to look the female monster. After traveling through the waters many hours, he meets her near the sea bottom. She drags him to her den. There he sees Grendel lying dead. After desperate and almost fatal struggle with the woman, he slays her and swims upward in triumph, taking with him Grendel's head. Joy is renowned at Herod. Congratulations crown upon the victor. Hogarth is readily pours treasure into a lap of Beowulf, and it is agreed among the vassals of the king that Beowulf will be their next liege lord. Beowulf leaves Daneland. Hrothgar weeps and laments in his debtor. When the hero arrives in his own land, Hygelac treats him as a distinguished guest. He is the hero of the hour. Beowulf subsequently becomes king of his own people, the Geats. After he has been ruling for 50 years, his own neighbor is woefully harried by a fire-spewing dragon. Beowulf determines to kill him. In the ensuing struggle, both Beowulf and the dragon are slain. The grief memory of the Geats is inexpressible. They determined, however, to leave nothing undone to honor the memory of their lord. A great funeral pile is built, and his body is burned. Then a memorial barrow is made, visible from a great distance, that sailor of war may be constantly reminded of the prowess of the national hero of Geatland.
Question. Number 1. What is this poem about? The answer A. Because this poem tells about youth adventure. Number 2. Who is the name of master it's his poem? The answer B. Because name of master it is poem its grandeur. Number 3. How many knights are chosen for accompany the word? The answer D. With 14 chosen companions, he set sail from Denmark. Number 4. What is the purpose of this poem? The answer C. Because besides to tell a heroic story, epic poems are also to entertain people too. And number 5. What is synonym of default? The answer A. Because cruel is ruthless synonym, strike is broke synonym, and kill is slay synonym. So, that is presentation from us. Thank you very much for your attention.